ఒహారా స్కూల్ ఆఫ్ ఈకేబినా హైదరాబాద్ చాప్టర్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో వార్షిక పుష్ప ప్రదర్శన ఘనంగా నిర్వహించబడింది. గురుస్మృతి పేరుతో నిర్వహించిన ఈ ప్రదర్శన ద్వారా సంస్థ స్థాపక సలహాదారు మీనా అనంతనారాయణకి పుష్పాంజలి ఘటించారు. సభ్యులు రూపొందించిన ప్రత్యేక ఈకేబినా అలంకరణలు ప్రదర్శింపబడగా ఆ కళాకృతుల సందర్శకులను చాలా ఆకట్టుకున్నాయి. ఈ ప్రదర్శన ద్వారా ప్రాంగణం సానుకూల వాతావరణంతో కలకల్లాడింది. ఈకేబినా అనేది ప్రకృతితో సమన్వయాన్ని ప్రతిబింబించే కళ. పువ్వులు, కొమ్మలు, రాళ్ళు వంటి సహజ పదార్థాలతో రూపొందించే ఈ కళ ద్వారా సృజనాత్మకతో పాటు ఆధ్యాత్మికతను కూడా అభివృద్ధి చేసుకోవచ్చని శిఖా గోయల్ తెలిపారు. అనంతరం సైబర్ నేరాలను ఎలా ఎదుర్కోవాలో వివరించారు. గుర్తు తెలియని వ్యక్తులకు ఓటీపీలు, పిన్ నెంబర్లు, బ్యాంకింగ్ వివరాలు ఎట్టి పరిస్థితుల్లోనూ షేర్ చేయవద్దని, కేవలం అధికారిక వెబ్సైట్ ద్వారానే కస్టమర్ కేర్ నెంబర్లను ధృవీకరించుకోవాలని సూచించారు. మోసపోయినట్లు గుర్తిస్తే వెంటనే 1930 నెంబర్కు ఫోన్ చేయాలని లేదా సైబర్ క్రైమ్ వెబ్సైట్లో ఫిర్యాదు చేయాలని కోరారు. యూపీఐ మోసాలు, పెట్టుబడి పథకాల పేరుతో జరిగే స్కాములు, ఐడెంటిటీ ఫ్రాడ్స్ వంటి వాటిపై బ్యాంకులు మరియు న్యాయ వ్యవస్థతో ఎప్పటికప్పుడు సమన్వయం చేసుకుంటూ రీఫండ్ ప్రక్రియను వేగవంతం చేస్తున్నామని ఆమె వివరించారు. ఇదే క్రమంలో ప్రజలు సైబర్ జాగ్రత్తలు పాటించాలని శిఖా గోయల్ విజ్ఞప్తి చేశారు.
In all this in life, but if it does, it's amazing, and I think this is something which one should do always, and gives you that kind of stillness in your life and makes you feel makes you happy with yourself. So I think that's amazing. I'm grateful again for calling me here, and I think living again, reminding myself of what I said 10 years back. Probably it is just not about arranging flowers and twigs beautifully. It is probably about building a same kind of a balance and simplicity in our lives, which is something which is extremely important, and which is something which I carry today from this exhibition. And best wishes to you, and great. In fact, I was thinking that maybe after a couple of years and all, once I retire, this would be a good hobby to actually try on, because it doesn't need to be, doesn't need your physical you can sit quietly in a corner in your own home or a room and be happy and doing something itself. So I'll come back to become a student after a few years. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Before we must all put the people of mobiles to host this beautiful gathering celebrating the timeless art of Ikebana. Guru Samhita, a floral event that threads all members and learning, and this goes beyond decoration. It's balance, it's expression, and harmony that leads to meditativeness. On that note, I request Ms. Radhika Sriram come forward for the prayer.
30th March, because this is the birth anniversary of the founder of the chapter, Miss Meena Anantnarayan, whom we used to call Meena Auntie. She was the source to bring this chapter to Hyderabad, and she started this as a study group with few of her students, and later in the year 1988 this was established as a chapter. She received the Grandmaster's Award, which is the highest recognition from O'Hara School of Ikebana, and she received the Order of Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Rays by Emperor of Japan. Her name is engraved on the rock in Kobe, Japan, in headquarters center. And under her guidance, under her supervision, this chapter grown by leaps and bounds. And our chapter is not only one of the most active chapter in India, but it is known, it's well known in other countries too. We conduct demonstrations, exhibitions, and workshops every year to spread this art. Like last year in 2024, we invited 5th headmaster, Mr. Hiroki Howara, for our Jet Jubilee celebrations. And we requested him to conduct workshops and demonstrations for our members. Just last year, November 2025, headquarters gave us the opportunity to host the first Pan-India seminars in Hyderabad. So this is also one of the rarest opportunity one chapter can get. So now I want to just to put some light on Ikebana. What is Ikebana? Why we do Ikebana?
I'm a police officer. If I'm going to be arresting you or if I want you to come to this, why will I say that don't tell anyone? You are entitled to tell everyone. You're entitled to a lawyer, you're entitled to tell your family. So these are certain very small tips because I don't want to talk about the different MOs because the MOs keep changing. I mean, MOs is the way he will try to scam you will keep changing, they'll keep improving. If they are using AI, we are also now using AI to combat it. Okay, so there are two sides to every coin. So we are also using AI to combat it. But yes, ultimately it lies with your own awareness. So don't get scammed. Okay. Doesn't happen in that term which you're saying, although hacking is used very loosely, by somebody coming and physically inserting something into your phone. Okay, most of it happens by you clicking on some link which exposes your phone. That is the way it happens. And if you remember a couple of months back, because that actually happened to many women because they started calling that you used to get some number which had a star or a something linked to it, and you were asked to type that number saying your delivery is due. That they're calling from the online delivery chat, and this number please type so that we'll deliver it. So that was a means of getting into your phone, and as soon as you typed it, your WhatsApp was compromised. And the messages would be going asking all your contacts that you are in distress and you need some money from them. So it is because you had typed something. So that is how it gets access. So the smartness, I mean, everybody in this room, including me, every day, in fact, almost every day, I also receive scam calls. But why some of us become victims and some don't is just a matter of awareness. That's all. Just think before you click on it.
Can the chat messages which are deleted by
Deleted can all be retrieved. Whether you want to do that or not is a different idea. Yeah, but we have tools to retrieve them. But we would do that only when it is involved in a crime or it's not something which we offer anybody to do. So yes, but we have things where we can get all data which is deleted from any of most of the times. All cyber crimes happen. This is your culprit.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your culprit. The second thing is in cyber crime, you engage with the accused. Most of the time, engage with the accused. Right. You engage with the accused. Nobody's coming and breaking a lock of your home. Nobody's coming and kidnapping you. You are giving access. In whatever way, whether it is by responding to a call, whether it is by sending clicking on a link, or whether by having very, very weak passwords and same passwords for most of the things. So, how many of you would have same password? And how many you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or have 1, or your date of birth, or your marriage anniversary as your password? How many of you have? Now this password can be broken in less than 1 second. Less than 1 second. Also, how many of you have same passwords across different platforms? So whether you are on Swiggy or you are on Amazon or whether you are on Collective, whatever, wherever you are shopping, or doing, you have the same password.
That's because
Now,
of our memory, failing memory.
Failing so it is better. It is better. No, It's obviously the best thing is not to have this, but you can't live without it. So that's not a solution. So please, पुराने ज़माने का paper
Write it down on a piece of paper.
Oh, please have different passwords and write it down on a piece of paper. Keep it wherever you want. You want to keep it. For men, I say keep it in your wallet because they are never out without it. Wherever you want to keep it in your purse, you keep 1, 2, 3 copies. Do that. So prevention or protection of yourself comes from us as cybercrime is concerned. So these are some of the major things. For example, you're talking about AI, right? Everything, as you remember 20, 30 years back when we started talking about computers. And there was such a hue and cry that if computers come, there'll be joblessness and all that. Nothing happened. After all, human intelligence is better than any machine intelligence, whether even if it is AI. Because that caution, that precaution, that intelligence we can have in ourselves. So you have to be smart enough to make sure that you are aware. So I would say, have good passwords. Please don't answer any unknown numbers. And coming from me, I'll tell you, 10 years back, since we are in the police department, 24/7, your phone is on and you have to answer, irrespective of whether it is because most of the petitioners or victims who will call you, their number is not going to be with you. So you ended up answering all unknown numbers. But now when the cyber crime has started, what have I done to change that? I can't have victims' numbers with me. I can't say that I will not answer an unknown number because it could be a victim somewhere. So what do? I just let that call, not pick up that call, and then call back. Because 99% of calls which comes from scamster come from a void call. So there is no incoming facility there. Right? So you sometimes you feel that okay, maybe this is some important call coming from that. So just don't answer that call and call back yourself. 99% you are safe if you are calling back and that there is an answer because they just don't have that incoming facility. It's all void calls. So that is one very simple tip which you can use. Don't click on any unknown links. The police never comes on a WhatsApp call. We don't come on WhatsApp calls and we don't ask you for money to be sent. You heard of digital arrest, that's what I'm saying. And that asking that please transfer money to some accounts and we'll verify, please, that is not how police is saying or that's how government works. It doesn't happen. We can't ask for money from anyone, whatever way it might be, whatever case it might be. And if we have to arrest someone, as per law, the first thing we are supposed to do is inform the family members. So as soon as somebody tells you, don't tell anyone, means it's a problem.
They have containers. See, when we do the Ikebana arrangement and we learn it from the professional or properly, then we use a typical type of containers which are made of ceramics, fiber or any metal also. And like we said, we sometimes use utensils, home, whatever we have at home, those containers also we use to do our Ikebana arrangements. So once we learn this art, like I said, there are many schools and they teach different, there is little difference in teaching. So in the same way, in this school, Ohara school also, like we have different styles. Like school में फर्स्ट क्लास से लेके हम वी गो टू हायर लेवल डिग्री करते हैं हम उसके बाद में यूनिवर्सिटी वी गो टू यूनिवर्सिटी वी टेक दोज डिग्रीज इट्स लाइक दैट ओनली इट्स लाइक यू लर्न फ्रॉम द बेसिक देन यू डू दैट बेसिक कोर्स you take some classes from your teacher, then you apply for the certificate, then we get the certificate from Japan. Like that way we continuously learn this art and do the arrangements, and like after reaching some level, like when we reach the master level, we get all the certificates from Japan. And once we reach some level, master's level, then they themselves contact us and they award us the higher certificates. So it's like a never learning, a never ending procedure. We keep learning, and like our schools, they go on adding the syllabus, new styles they will add, old styles they will remove, and something or other every headmaster will add to the syllabus. So it's like lifelong we can learn the Ikebana lifelong. It's not there is a stop like in school or university. At least we complete some degree and then we start working and we finish our studies. But in Ikebana it's ongoing till your death. You can learn the Ikebana. Thank you. Of Ikebana, every year we celebrate Guru Samhita and pay our gratitude to our founder, Miss Meena Anant Narayan, who brought this art from Japan to Hyderabad. She started this chapter in the year 1983 with her students, and in 1988 it became the registered chapter in Hyderabad. So Ikebana is not just arranging the flowers, or you don't have to go to flower shop and buy the flowers material and do the arrangement. No, you don't have to spend even a single paisa. From home, what you have, you can just take one flower or two, three branches from the road side plant or from the garden, anywhere, and you just arrange it. But you have to learn how to arrange it. That is Ikebana. In Japan, Buddhist monks they used to offer flowers. Like हम लोग कैसे करते हैं यहाँ पे हम लोग भी morning we go in the garden, we pluck some flowers and we offer to God. So same way Buddhist monks they used to cut the branches of the flowers and trees and used to put in the vase in front of the Buddha. Slowly it took the slowly art form, it changed into art form, and that is called Ikebana. And in Japan there are many schools of Ikebana who teaches this art. What is the difference between different schools is that what is the difference between Bharatnatyam, Kuchipudi, or Kathak? All are dance forms only. Different dance forms with the different angle styles, right? So in Ikebana also there are many schools. Ohara is also one of the very oldest and famous school of Japan. So we lost the Meena auntie who started this art. We lost her. She's not there. So in her memory, every year we celebrate this Guru Samhita on her birthday, and we offer our gratitude to her for giving us this beautiful art. So today we celebrated the same Guru Samhita on 30th March, and we invited Shikha Goyalji, IPS, as a chief guest and Miss Achra Kumar as a guest of honor. Shikaji spoke, she is head of the cyber security now, so she not only spoke about this art, she spoke about the cyber security, and she enlightened us. She taught us how to be careful about this cyber crime, what we as a ladies, what we can do to protect ourselves from the cyber crime. So one point she told me, it can be remembered by everyone, like not to immediately respond to unknown call. Just don't take that unknown call. After some time you can call back, so that you can, the person who does the cyber crime or who do the scam, they will not receive the calls. She told me something like that ki, there will not be incoming calls on those types of phones. So without responding also you can save yourself. That is one thing she taught us, and she said ki, people should discuss this topic on between your friends, families, and on the dining table, and make everybody aware of it. Ki how these people, scammers, hijackers, hackers, they are using new ways, technology to hack your phone, hack your data. So you have to be also become that much intelligent, smart to protect yourself from those hackers. So how to do that? You have to discuss, you have to create awareness among your friends, among the family, and she gave us few tips also to do that.
This is not complete. This is entirely what we do. She was
Oh, okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. చూసి మా ఇంటి రండి
This is my arrangement. This is the pond, which is right up like that. What a freestyle. I've kind of twisted all these things. Yeah. Of course, and it has this bamboo sheet. She gave it to us and told us, okay, use it. This one in particular.